Welcome to Brawling Action and Anime. Are you a fan of thrilling anime fight scenes? If so, you've come to the right place. Today we'll be counting down the top 10 best anime fight scenes of all time. From classic shonen battles to epic battles of revenge, these are the fights that have left the biggest impression on fans over the years. Get ready because we're about to dive into some of the greatest anime fights ever created. Before moving forward, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe for future interesting videos. Number 1. Naruto vs Sasuke. When it comes to epic anime fights, few can rival the showdown between Naruto and Sasuke. This was a clash of two longtime rivals who were brought together by a common goal: to save their village. The fight began with Sasuke attacking Naruto in a blind rage. Naruto fought back with the same ferocity and determination that had made him a hero in the eyes of his village. Both fighters unleashed powerful attacks and incredible techniques as they sought to outdo one another. The intensity of their battle reached a fever pitch as both ninjas fought for control. In the end, Naruto emerged victorious, but both warriors emerged from the fight stronger than ever. It was an incredible display of power, skill, and determination from both characters that still resonates with fans to this day. Number 2. Goku vs Frieza. The epic battle between Goku and Frieza is perhaps one of the most iconic anime fight scenes of all time. This long-awaited fight between the two of the most powerful characters in the Dragon Ball franchise is full of suspense, excitement, and emotion. The fight started off slowly with both fighters exchanging blows, but soon escalated into a full-fledged battle with both fighters using their signature techniques. Goku's signature Kamehameha wave was able to match Frieza's own attack. However, the difference in power was evident as Goku's attacks pushed back the villainous tyrant. Ultimately, it was Goku's sheer determination and fighting spirit that gave him the strength to win the fight against Frieza and save the Earth from destruction. This amazing fight scene will always be remembered as a highlight of the entire Dragon Ball series. Number 3. Ichigo vs Aizen. The fight between Ichigo and Aizen is one of the most intense, memorable fights in anime. It was the climax of the entire series, and it was an epic battle between good and evil. The two were both powerful adversaries, but Aizen's transformation into a giant monster gave him a huge advantage over Ichigo. The battle between Ichigo and Aizen began with a back and forth exchange of attacks, but eventually Ichigo was able to gain the upper hand by using his power inner hollow powers. After a brutal fight, Ichigo was able to use his vast spiritual power to overwhelm Aizen and finally defeat him. This fight was one of the most impressive fights in anime and showcased the power of friendship and loyalty. Ichigo's victory over Aizen was a momentous event in the anime world and marked the beginning of a new era for Soul Society. This battle also showed how important it is to never give up and to keep fighting even when all seems lost. Number 4. Natsu and Zeref. Natsu and Zeref are two of the most powerful characters in the anime of Fairy Tail. Natsu is a dragon slayer mage, able to call upon the power of dragons to help him fight, while Zeref is an ancient wizard who has been living for centuries. When the two finally meet, they clash in one of the greatest battles in the series. The fight between Natsu and Zeref is an epic confrontation that sees both characters use their unique abilities to their fullest potential. Natsu calls upon the power of his dragon flame, while Zeref uses magical abilities to create powerful spells. The battle soon becomes so intense that it even starts to affect the fabric of reality itself. The battle eventually reaches its climax when Natsu uses his ultimate technique, Dragon Force, to unleash a devastating attack on Zeref. Despite taking a beating from Natsu, Zeref is still able to keep up with him and eventually comes out on top. In the end, Natsu is able to defeat Zeref, but not without sacrificing himself in the process. This fight between Natsu and Zeref serves as a reminder of the power of friendship, as well as the determination and strength of those who fight for what they believe in. It also demonstrates how powerful each character is and highlights their unique abilities that make them stand out from the rest. This fight is definitely one of the most memorable anime fight scenes of all time. Number 5. Lelouch vs Suzaku. One of the most iconic fight scenes in all of anime is between two of the most complex characters, Lelouch and Suzaku, in Code Geass. Lelouch and Suzaku were childhood friends, both born in an aristocratic family. When they were older, they were placed on opposite sides of a bloody conflict, which leads to them facing off in one of the greatest battles in anime history. The fight between these two starts out with a lot of tension, As they fight, the emotions they have been bottled up for years start to come to the surface. There is a sense of sadness as Lelouch and Suzaku attempt to defeat each other without truly wanting to hurt each other. The fight scene is beautifully choreographed, with both characters using powerful physical abilities and their minds to outwit each other. In the end, this fight doesn't just show who will prevail as the victor, but also highlights the complexity of their relationship. It's a fight of full emotion and power, making it one of the most memorable anime fights ever. Number 6. Edward vs. Roy. One of the most epic fights in anime is the showdown between Eric Erlich and Roy Mustang. These two powerful alchemists have fought each other several times over the course of the series, and their battle scenes are some of the best in all of anime. The two were initially adversaries when Edward sought revenge for his father's death and Roy tried to stop him. However, over the course of their adventures, they eventually become close friends, even though their respective goals place them on opposite sides. The fight between Edward and Roy first takes place when Edward discovers that Roy is trying to use him to achieve his own ends. The two go head to head in a spectacular battle that showcases their vastly different styles and powers. Edward uses alchemy to create metal armor and weapons, while Roy uses fire-based alchemy that shoots out flames from his gloves. During their fight, Edward's armor and weapons prove to be no match for Roy's fire-based attacks. Roy eventually wins the battle, but not before Edward shows off his skill with alchemy. Edward and Roy continue to fight each other throughout the series, with their battles becoming more and more intense. By the end of the series, the two manage to put aside their differences and fight alongside each other against a common enemy. Their final battle is a testament to their friendship and loyalty to each other. Edward vs. Roy is one of the greatest fights in all of anime. It showcases not only their power and skills as alchemists. Number 7. Seinen vs. Kamina. The epic fight between Seinen and Kamina is one of the best anime fight scenes of all time. This battle took place in the widely popular show Gurren Lagann. The conflict between Seinen and Kamina is rooted in their rivalry as well as their opposing views on the world. Seinen, a timid and naive boy, and Kamina, an idealistic and passionate leader, are both determined to find a way to rise up against the oppressive Spiral King and liberate humanity from his tyrannic rule. The battle begins when the two launch their own separate attacks against the Spiral King. Kamina charges forward and faces the Spiral King head-on, while Seinen uses the Mecha Lagann to create a distraction. However, Kamina's attack fails. He falls back and allows Seinen to take the lead in the fight. Once Seinen takes control in the battle, he uses the power of Lagann to break through the Spiral King's defenses and land a powerful punch. After that, the two heroes team up to deliver a powerful finishing move that defeats the enemy. The scene ends with Seinen and Kamina standing side by side as victorious heroes. Number 8. Guts vs. Griffith. The best fighting scene between Guts and Griffith in the anime Berserk would have to be their final battle in the Golden Age Arc 3 Descent movie. This battle is intense, emotional, and truly showcases the strength and skill of both characters. Throughout the movie, we see the relationship between Guts and Griffith deteriorate as Griffith becomes more and more consumed by his ambition and desire for power. This culminates in a tragic moment when Griffith sacrifices his commanders to become a demon, leaving Guts to face him alone. The battle between Guts and Griffith is brutal and unforgiving. They both demonstrate incredible swordsmanship, agility, and endurance as they clash in a desperate struggle. Number 9. Kenshin vs. Shishio. The best fighting scene between Kenshin and Shishio in the anime Rurouni Kenshin would have to be their final battle in the Rurouni Kenshin Kyoto Inferno movie. This battle is the culmination of the long-standing rivalry between Kenshin and Shishio, two incredibly skilled swordsmen who have vastly different philosophies on life and fighting. Shishio represents a dark, brutal side of the samurai code, while Kenshin has renounced violence and seeks to live a peaceful life. The fight between Kenshin and Shishio is a beautiful and brutal spectacle. Both fighters demonstrate incredible speed, agility, and technique as they clash their swords. The fight is filled with intense moments as both fighters sustain serious injuries and the outcome is uncertain. And at number 10, Akame vs. S-Death. The best fighting scene between Akame and S-Death in the anime Akame ga Kill would have to be their final battle in episode 23. This fight is a culmination of the long-standing rivalry between Akame, the main protagonist of the show, and S-Death, the primary antagonist. S-Death is a powerful general and wielder of ice magic. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for future interesting videos like this. Thanks for watching.